G'day, g'day, yes, it worked today. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Daily Half Hour. We're out riding in Paris today. Well, not Paris, we're in France. And it is the Alsace wine region. How amazing is this? Beautiful blue sky. And I've been on the bike now for about 3 minutes. As you can see, 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Wow, how's everybody doing? G'day to everybody in the chat. I love the fact that we've got more likes on this video than viewers so far. And g'day to Emma and Tiny Titan. It's good to have you in the chat. And I'm sure a couple more people will pop in soon. Danny Black, good to see you, mate. Right on time. Hope you're on your bike or treadmill, whatever it is you're doing. Heart rate, 136. Now, if you are new to this stream, we do this every day, half an hour of bike riding. Let's jump and have a look at the view. There we go. Now you can see where we are. And I don't think there's any music for this one. There's no backdrop, so you're just gonna have to listen to me, unfortunately. Hey Mario, how you doing? All right, so the aim of this stream, just to let those that are new know, is it's all about exercise and updates and news and just chatting about whatever. It's an open slather. So I appreciate all those likes on there. And we've got 5 people watching so far. And if you do feel the need, jump on a treadmill, jump on a bike. Almost there, just running a little late, says Danny. Get your ass to the gym. And today, I wanted to talk to you about a dream I had last night that was bizarre. It was so bizarre. It went on. It's one of those dreams that you have that you wake up, you think about it, you go back to sleep, and it continues the same dream. It's so weird when that happens. It happens like once every 2 years or something for me, but because I've been doing all this paranormal exploring stuff, I think I've been overthinking it basically. So yeah, just a weird dream I had, and it was about the paranormal stuff. It was actually about me befriending a ghost. Weird. So that's what's on for today, Emma. Hip hoop hooray. Yeah, we've been going for 6 minutes. And this is the wine regions of France. It's a pretty incredible spot. I'll give you a little bit more of a better view there. Oh wow, looks pretty damn good through there, doesn't it? I love how, for whatever reason, throughout the French villages and all that, like they put their properties right up against the road. I guess there's not too many big trucks or whatever going through at night time, so I guess it doesn't matter. But have a look on that right hand side there. There's the grapevines. Jelly duck. Maybe I need some of your music, mate, to go behind this, because it's just me talking away. I do have the audio on, there's just no audio on this particular bike ride. Hey, Mystery Exchange, good to see you. The numbers are bumping up and the likes are bumping up. I really appreciate that. How's everybody doing? All right, so let's talk to you about my weird dream I had last night. So, Soph and I, the wife, we decided to buy a new property, and that new property was really old. It was dilapidated, double story, very similar to one of the abandoned mega mansions I went to recently. Huge. And we thought, wow, so much space. We can do a lot with this. You can have like kids in one area and we can have a space in the other. That's probably a good point here, Hooray. Those properties were probably made before the roads. Nice Red Bull in the background, yeah. There's a Red Bull fridge back there, stocked full of summer Red Bull, which is the tropical flavour. I'll tell you a quick story about that. I noticed at work one of the girls had a Red Bull fridge underneath her desk, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. How'd you get that? She said I pretty much called them up, told them what I did, and wanted to buy one. So she bought one. I think it was about $300. And that's how she got it. So I thought I'll do the same. So I wrote them an email. Hey, I'm Jay. I've got a YouTube channel. This is it. I'm wanting to put a Red Bull fridge behind me while I do videos, etc. I'd love to buy one. And I got a response in a couple of days. What's your address? I gave it to them, and they sent me a Red Bull fridge full of tropical Red Bull. And they said, just chuck that behind you, and that'd be great. Winning. But anyway, back to my weird ghost story. So this is a dream that I had, for those that have jumped in. So yeah, we bought this house, we'd moved in, and I think the wife took the kids to school or something, and all of a sudden I noticed all these things were moving around the house. It was bizarre. And I'm like, what's going on here? Is anybody here? And I could hear someone laughing, and I'm like, what the hell? And for whatever reason, I wasn't spooked out about it at all. And all of a sudden, I'm like, damn, where's my phone? Because I want to record it. And all of a sudden, my phone floated towards me and went in front of me. And I'm like, what? So I turned it on, nothing. Couldn't hear a thing. Turned it off, giggles. I'm like, what? What's going on? Yeah, I do like Red Bull, but it's not good for my heart and my mind. I'll tell you that why in a sec too. So I thought, well, I better befriend this ghost. This is all a dream, by the way. This is a dream I had last night. And as soon as I started befriending the ghost, I asked them to do things, like open that window for me. It opened. It was bizarre. It was just me in the house. And then the kids and the wife came back, and I'm like, look at this. And it wouldn't do it for him. It was disappointing. So they left again. I can't remember why. And then this ghost had other ghosts, and we all became friends. It was so bizarre. And then they revealed themselves. One of them was like a Japanese girl in white, like white all over her face with a white shawl. Another one was just this crazy old, kind of like a homeless guy. So I think those kind of things that I've seen while I've been out exploring are kind of getting into my brain. It was weird. And sometimes I think the dreams have got some kind of forward thinking or future look out for kind of stuff. Some of the dreams I've had years ago, you start to get that deja vu, not because you've been in that situation before, but because you've had a dream about it before. Yeah, it's weird. If you had any other weird dreams like that, let me know. Yeah, it's funny, like Danny's just saying, that's fun when you can remember your dreams vividly. Sometimes I remember dreams so well, and sometimes my dreams repeat themselves. I have this constant dream I have once a year, and I've had it for like 15 years, of me running through Egypt. I don't know, I've been chased by the Egyptian police all through the markets and stuff, and then they catch me and they throw me into some kind of like bag of grain, and that's when I wake up every time. I don't get it. It's bizarre. Speaking of Danny, I'll just show you. I'm halfway through setting up a green screen. So hopefully this will look pretty good. It'll be probably for this particular angle. I don't think it's going to work for an angle like that. Or for instance, not that one. Where am I? I have to fix that one up, but like a widescreen version of this one. Whew. That's fun, yeah. So, if you're new, if you've just jumped in, we're in Alsace or Alsace, I think it's probably, because they don't say their S's, so it's probably Alsace. I'll ask my French web designer at work how you say it. Maybe I need a therapist. I don't know, maybe I do. Should look up what your dream means. Yeah, I know. You can do that. You can choose categories and stuff online, and it will tell you if you're fearful or nervous about something, or happy, or looking forward to the future, or anything like that. So, halfway through. It takes all day to put one up. Yeah, well, I didn't get the bracket, and I'm kind of frustrated because that would have been good to be able to take it off and put it back on again. It is propped up on one side already, so I really just need to put it all the way across, and it'd be great to have it on some kind of roll, or you can maybe some connectors up the top. Maybe they can sew in with some of those clips that you get on bags and things like that. Click, click, click. That'd be all right, but I still don't mind having this full screen view of, so you can actually see what I'm doing at the same time. Might be quite nice. Wow. Here's more of these little, what would you call them? Like towns. Morning, Scott Davies. How you doing, mate? And you're probably right, Emma. These buildings were probably here before cars were invented. Well, definitely. And these would have just been horse and cart pathways. Kind of reminds me of the movie Chocolat, where you have those like little mini town centres, and they would have had to install these gutters, the roads, the signs over time. But still very cool, very cute, very, I don't know, for these kind of locations, they seem to relax me. And I'm not sure if you know, but my heritage is English, Irish, French. So I've got a third French in me. Mostly English, I think it is. My grandfather was English. My grandmother was Irish. And Boston, whoa, almost got hit by a bus. Almost, what was I saying? Yeah, the French side is on my mum's side. No, my dad's side. Or my mum, I'm just trying to remember. With a surname like de la Boutouche was on one of the sides, so there is a bit of French, and maybe that's why I like this countryside. It's weird how heritage, and even though I was completely born an Australian, my parents were born Australian, there's still some kind of gut feel to where you came from. It does a little bit look like Germany, but I did look up where Alsace or whatever it's from, and it says it's in France. So look it up, Alsace wine region, and that's where we are. Woo! So yeah, some big news as well from yesterday. The number one in terms of subscribers and viewers, Fabian Dorig, is going to be on the live stream this Sunday. And we've been talking back and forward about it. He's been working extremely hard on his own electric skateboard. He's pretty much the first guy who is a YouTuber who came from a skateboarding background, who went into electric skateboards, saw a niche, and decided to develop his own electric skateboard, which is very cool. He did it first about 2 years back. I don't know if he got too many sales, so we'll ask him about that and why he decided to go again at it. Potentially he has a much better supplier and more access to parts and things like that, better quality service, better quality boards, makes things so much easier. You don't have to deal with so much. There, thank you, Scott Davies. Alsace is a historical region in the northeastern France on the Rhine River plain. And it's very cute, very nice. I love how everything's just organized in these little French towns. And you can tell they're on the right side of the road. Here in Australia, we're on the left. You can just tell by how those cars are parked on the side there. And obviously this bike rider wants to be on the right side of the road too. Yeah, so Fabian should be a great chat. I've had a lot of people messaging me saying, can you ask this, can you ask that? Of course, I'll have a list together, but it's also going to be the first time we do an interactive quiz. And what that means is you put your name in, and it's kind of like fastest finger first. So basically, if you get it right, you get 1,000 points. But also, if you're the fastest, you get more points. So it's going to be a lot more interactive, which is going to hopefully keep people on board, make it a little bit more interesting. So you just got to keep inventing new things or trying new things and keeping your channel interesting without losing what's core about what you do. I think that's super important, that you just don't become a hate channel or you just ride with what everybody wants you to do. You do what you want to do, and the right people will come to you, watch you, and appreciate what you do. But I think if you try and diversify too much, that's when people can get distracted and I've even noticed, like, I've probably made a mistake by doing these bike 30 or half hour daily streams, because there's probably a majority of my subscribers that are getting notified every day that I'm doing this. They're not interested, so they unsubscribe. But again, I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I think this is giving out a very real perspective about fitness is important to me right now, and also educating people on the way I like to go about things, and having a two-way chat about things, allowing you to comment in the chats and give me your opinion. I think that's important. You do you, Jay. Thanks, Emma. And I think, over time it might go down a little bit, but then you're going to embrace more people. My plan is too with this, once I've got maybe 2 weeks worth of this stuff to show that I'm in it and I'm dedicated, I'll start promoting this on Facebook groups about exercising at home, how to stay fit during lockdown, because it's going to be another 5 weeks minimum here in Melbourne. Maybe we can embrace the Melbourne community. That's the reason why at the start there's always these really, well, for me, they're fascinating, just these daily moments in time, those 3 minutes before this video starts, to show you around Melbourne a bit. Tomorrow's is pretty good too. I'm out today, hopefully, with my mask on, because as of today, you have to be wearing a mask in public in Melbourne. If not, I think it's a $200 fine on the spot if you get caught. So things are just rapidly changing, and this platform, for only half an hour, 10 minutes to go, allows me to just say what I'm thinking, see if there's people out there that relate to it, and see if, I don't know, this world makes sense, because it's a funny world. I find too, having this routine where I kind of feel obligated to get on this bike in the morning. Like, there's been days in the last week where I'm just like, I can't be bothered, but then I'm like, well, I've got half a dozen people that are watching. They have a moment, maybe they're lying in bed, or they're on the treadmill, or they're at work, or on their way to work, where they just want to not listen to the radio or whatever. It's they might just want to listen to someone's opinion, and if that opinion relates to you, or if you have the same kind of beliefs, then maybe that's a good thing. Ooh, 12 likes. Thanks very much, everybody. Haters are going to hate no matter what you do. Do what you want. Emma, absolutely. Emma's a good testament to that too. Who would have thought that Emma would have started up a small business in hula hooping? And she's got courses and classes and live chats and an online store and collaborations, and you can find incredible businesses because people love what they're doing. People will want to come and do that. I also look at people, like I was watching last night with my son who loves LMFAO, like party rocking and all that stuff, Red Foo. And he's just cool. He gets paid lots and lots and lots to go to appearances and gigs and be a part of movies just because of who he is. And I think that's super important, like really important. If you can find people that love who you are, and sometimes it's on a mass level like Red Foo, you can have a life the way you want it without any questions, without worrying about what people think. Just be you. I think that's super important. And I've lost my screen. Sometimes this screen cracks it at me. I'm not quite sure why, and I do need to embrace having a second screen just in case. You never know when live streams fail, but right now I've got a black screen in front of me, and I kind of know how long I've got left, because 3 minutes after this one started, we'll keep rolling along. So I can't see any of your comments. I potentially could jump onto my channel. Let's do that, just so I can do the comments with you. But this is what happens. Here we are. I'll turn off the audio. There we go. Hey Jay, love this live stream. Coffee with Jay in the mornings is my new addiction. Mystery exchange. Really appreciate that, mate. Like, if you're just having a listen about what somebody else is thinking, you might then get in your car and go off to work and have a similar thought, or it might spur you to do something different or try something new. I love that. You just don't have to listen to all the crap of the world on news and things. You could, if you want to, tune in 1 day a week, 3 days a week. It's up to you. And it's just a platform where you can, let me know what you think. You have a lot of business experience too. I can see people getting good advice and inspiration from some of the things you talk about. Thanks, Danny. There's so much interesting stuff that goes on with business, and I love to sit there. Actually, I'll rewind that a bit. I love going to work knowing that I'm going to be challenged every day. It could be a big challenge, it could be a small challenge. Like, for instance, we did a competition system for a big company that went live on Monday, and they found that potentially someone had got away with entering multiple times through our competition system, and we were pretty foolproof on it. We knew based on IP address locations and number of attempts per day and that it wasn't possible, so we figured out that it wasn't actually our system, it was someone internally that had grabbed the data and started trying to redeem gift cards. So it's an interesting way of doing it, and that's why with some of the things that we do, although a competition system seems pretty simple, it's all the things that happen on the background that the client doesn't even know we've built. They don't really need to know that we've built it until it comes a point when they need it. And then when we can get that information to them within an hour, they're like, wow, how did you do that? We're like, we're prepared. We just don't build a competition system. We build a system that will help you run your business. And I think that's a huge part of why we are in business, and we have been in business for 19 years. We're thinking of things the client hasn't thought about and building them into the system so that when they need it, it's there. Danny, so I'm wondering if he had buyer's remorse, and that's not how it works. You have to resell if you buy it. And what? I got a really annoying email this morning. I sold something on Gumtree, but through PayPal to New South Wales, and he got it, but then he somehow cancelled the payment on PayPal. I hate when that happens. For some reason, PayPal has, I think it's buyer protection. So basically, if there's anything wrong with the product, they can cancel it, no questions asked. They get their money back. The money comes out of your account. Oh, I'm sweating and drops of sweat. So I just don't understand how PayPal does that. They really need to have some kind of dispute resolution. I know they do, but sometimes they just jump. Sometimes the email that gets sent through to PayPal from the buyer, they just go, oh, cancel. It's not that much money, but that money means something to somebody. It is frustrating. I don't really like using PayPal. We used to use PayPal for paying invoices, but I think it's 2.7% for business as a transaction fee. It's way too high, so we just accept credit card, 0.4% transaction fee, and that's with a major bank. Most of the time you'll find that the banks have got the best deals with their own merchant gateways. We've had the same gateway for, 10 years. Prices haven't changed, percentages haven't changed. They just want to keep your business. What happens to the product then? Well, I think the dispute resolution states that he must send it back. And if he doesn't, then you can open up a dispute and they'll take the money back. But it just seems like a very convoluted, stressful experience on PayPal. They really need to fix that up. It was an $80 adapter, so it's like an expensive thing, but it's the principle of it. It is. Even the principle of paying a small invoice for us is important. You know, if we've done work for somebody, we might have charged $50 to update an image on a homepage or something, and they think they can get away with it. They don't pay for it. We'll follow it up. We'll send it to debt collection agencies. It's $55. A debt collection agency will do it. It costs them like $5 to send on their information. It's all automated. So it's in their interest to try and get that money back. It also, I don't know if you know, but if you, as a business, get a debt collection order, that actually goes against your credit rating here in Australia too. So the next time you try and apply for a loan as a business, that's gonna be there. So it's in your interest to pay your invoices. Be respectful for those that have done the work for you. It's not that hard, is it? I mean, we're lucky. My business is one of those that doesn't have any debt. None. Everything that we buy, it's not on lease. Everything we own outright. And we only buy things that we can afford. And I think that's big. I just don't want that debt just looming on top of me all the time, and we've been successful that way. Scott Davies, there is a reason you can't pay for a Kickstarter with PayPal. It'd remove the risk. That's right. Because if you could cancel your order on Kickstarter, if you weren't happy or if they'd delayed payment or something, then that'd be huge. And that's why I think Kickstarter have got their own merchant gateway. They took all the money up front. They hold it until it's been produced. So I think you can, in some respects, get your money back if you scream loud enough. I've had 3 PayPal transactions work and this one not. Yeah, it does put you off doing it with PayPal. I normally find direct deposit, people can't do a direct deposit reverse very, very easily. As soon as that money's in your bank, it's your money. So I always go BSB account number or Swift code if you're overseas. That's really important. How long have we been going for? Oh, we're almost up, I think, because I can't see what's going on. I'm getting so hot in this cold space that my glasses are fogging up. Whew. All right. So yeah, this Sunday, last night, if you didn't get to see it as well, there was a new abandoned building, an amazing power station, about 2 hours drive from here. Amazing views, go check it out if you haven't yet. It's an awesome explore. And then this Sunday coming, Fabian Doreg, or FabTrav, or Fabi, has done the Onsra board. He's going to be live, answering questions, doing the quiz. It's all interactive, it's going to be a lot of fun. And Scott Davies, we still need to organise a time for you to get on, hopefully next Sunday. We can get you on and talk about your experience being a YouTuber and working with electric skateboard companies, doing reviews, your process. That'd be awesome too. All right. I really appreciate your time, everybody. Thank you very much for all the likes. Oh, who's this? Elias, good to see you. Since you're biking in a wine area, what's your favourite wine? I like red wine. I don't really care about Merlot or whatever. As long as it tastes good, I'm a happy boy. Especially during the winter, I drink quite a fair bit of red wine. During the summer, beer, CC and Dry, Canadian Club. It's a nice crisp beverage. What else? That's pretty much it. Don't like cider, it's laced with too much sugar. But the missus likes it. All right, thanks everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. It's going to be exactly the same time. There's no change to this anymore because of COVID. We don't have the we don't have the ability anymore to take our kids to daycare or anywhere for that matter. So I'm gonna go put my face mask on and go and get some work done. Thanks guys, see you soon, bye.